Just show up and worry about the rest later. What if I told you that I used to be the biggest procrastinator out of all of my friendship group, and I'd like to say the whole school? I was that type of guy who would delay things and not take action on them until the very last minute. With my studies, with my gym workouts, and even content creation, specifically today, right now, this present moment. Until I realized this vital and most important lesson, and that's that you can actually outperform pretty much the whole competition just by showing up and giving it your best effort, regardless of how good this session is, how good this video is, how good this study paper is. If you just show up and give it your best effort repetitively and not skip a day, you will actually get ahead a lot more than you think you will. What if I told you that today literally did everything you can think of to get out, to try find a way out of recording a video today? I was saying to myself, oh, I did post a 1 hour guide yesterday. Although it was only 1 hour of time, that is all the work, and I don't need a post again today. But wait a minute, I'm not at the level I want to get to yet. So why am I not being disciplined? Why am I not showing up when I know deep down that there is some other guy who is showing up regardless of how he feels? I woke up at like 8 a.m. I said to myself, oh, the video, I'll record it later in the day because I've woken up and bit of like relationship, you know how relationships are, a bit of like little bits of conflict, which is healthy and kind of puts me in a lesser mood to record and put a smile on my face and be motivated. So I say, oh, I'll just push it back later. Let me do this uni assignment first. Let me read some pages in a book. Oh, it's sunny today. Let me go outside and tan and get my steps in. The video can wait. The day goes on, 2 p.m. Oh, it's time to break my fast. Oh, but if I eat food, then I'm not going to be able to speak as well behind the camera. So maybe I just need to push the video tomorrow. 30 minutes ago, I'm eating my steak, 4 eggs, avocado, sweet potato, orange juice. And while I'm eating it, I haven't done the task yet. I haven't sat down behind the camera. Here I am, some guy thinking he's so disciplined and productive, but little does he know, he is escaping. I was literally saying to myself that, oh, I don't really feel like I have anything to share today. It's just one of those days. But here I am now, 3 minutes in a video, and I've pushed my emotions aside. I've pushed the fact that I broke my fast and I'm probably going to speak 10% worse. I've pushed the fact that there's some noise going on outside. Someone's like hammering some shit. I don't know if you can hear it. I've pushed that all aside. I'm actually even a bit sick. I don't know if you can tell through my voice and my nose. Like I got like pretty bad hay fever. I always get hay fever here in Melbourne when it's around springtime. That pollen destroys me. But this is the battle. This is what I want. And without inconveniences, without disturbances, without that, how do I grow? How do I become more of the man I want to be? You need to embrace inconveniences, conflict, disturbances, distractions, all of that random fluff should be a flex. It should be something that you're grateful for and thinking, holy crap, God is literally throwing everything at me today, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to force myself to sit in this chair, put a smile on my face, and click record. Because I know that's what the top of the table people are doing. They're recording regardless of how they feel. It is their work. It is their mission. And as soon as they can pass that barrier of noise and get into their flow state, which I've literally made videos on how to get in your flow state, you reach that like Zen energy where you feel like, why was I even thinking about recording? I want to record. I want to speak. I want to do more of this now that I've sat down and I'm physically doing it. But me, half an hour ago, my brain was in a different, completely headspace, but now I'm here. I've proven time and time and time again that the more I go on the days that I don't feel like it, specifically the gym, go to that uni class, go behind the camera, the more I do it when I don't want to do it, the more I do it when I do want to do it. If there's one thing right now that you really, really, really don't want to do, but you know you have to and kind of want to do it, but you keep pushing it back, you want to do it now and embrace the pain because it's not always going to feel like that. 8 years ago, my first session going into the gym, 60 kilos soaking wet. I had a couple of my friends who were like really pushing and motivating me to start this journey. And I didn't know what to expect. My first time going, I was like, screw it, how bad can this possibly be? So I went. The first session was actually the easiest. But then the next week, when I kind of knew what to expect, the pain I have to go through, the uncomfortableness, people are going to look at me if I'm doing my bicep curls wrong. That's when doubt started to creep in. It's funny because we actually all take action when motivation is extremely high. But when motivation lowers, when we know what we have to do and what's coming at us, we know we have to be vulnerable behind the camera. We know we have to go barbell squat. We know we have to write a 2,000 word essay. When we know what to expect, we actually are more likely not to take action on it. Because that first gym session, I was actually fucking excited just because I've never lifted a weight like ever. But I remember brutally, that next week, some of my friends say, oh, they can't go today. And on the day that I'm meant to go, I think it was leg day, I didn't go. Or because I said, oh, no one's really going to know. I can hide under my bed sheets and just say I'm sick. I'm just a bit too sore today. Oh, it's raining outside. I can just make every excuse possible and avoid taking accountability. You want to be the masculine man. You want to build a true, powerful, meaningful character, which is the most attractive thing out of everything. And to build true character, which is something that I'm still trying to build because I still have periods where I'm cranky, where I'm making excuses, where I'm avoiding pain. But I've realized that to build true character, you have to be accountable for absolutely everything. Regardless if it's something that you deep down think maybe you shouldn't even be accountable for, okay, still be accountable for it because it's only going to help you. The more you can take accountability for stuff that's not even in your control, the more you're going to grow because of it. It's like, that's the biggest trade worth making. I'm accountable for those days when I didn't go to the gym. For those days that I didn't want to sit down on this chair and record a video because I thought there were more important stuff to do. Whereas I was coping. This is the most important bang for buck step to achieving the dreams I want to achieve. But I would cope. I wouldn't take accountability for it. I would say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll go gym tomorrow. Squat today? Nah, I haven't got in as many carbs. Haven't drank as much water. I didn't have the best sleep, so I'm just gonna go the next day. You are a pussy if this is your mindset, especially with posting content, because I know how much you probably want to post content now. I know how much you want to grow online, build up your status, start making money online. You want all those things, but you're not taking full accountability for it. And if you think you're taking at least half accountability, you still won't get the results you want. It's either all in or nothing. That is quite literally how I built this great God physique at age 23. I can bounce my pecs. I can got like my muscle connection on every single muscle on my body. 8 years of discipline, of action taking. And believe it or not, bro, like the first year in the gym, then I just became obsessed and it didn't even require that much discipline. I liked putting on excess weight. I liked lifting heavy. I liked getting sick muscle pumps. I loved getting shredded for every summer. It started to become fun. And right now, I'm trying to carry over this discipline with content. Because with making content, there is still so many days that I say, or that I make excuses. It's a tough battle. I guess because so many people can see how I'm feeling. Whereas with gym, it's very much a solo journey. But content's so hard in the fact that if I'm feeling shit, I don't want to show that online. I don't want people to see that. I want to hide, bro. I want to hide in my room. I just want to do other stuff. I want to read more. Why would I share the down parts? But then I realize everyone. What makes a superhero? All the success, or how he went from point A to point B. How he once felt shit, how he once was a nobody, but then he turned into a somebody. That makes a superhero. Not like all of the accolades and attention he gets at like the end of the movie. What makes him is how he became him, the journey it took, showing up no matter how he felt. And call this corny, call this cringy, but I know this is what you want. So you need to almost put your ego aside and say, I'm gonna do it. Adrian's actually onto something. He's shown up today. Why haven't I shown up? Adrian was in a shit mood, but he still did it. Why can't I do it? I had an argument with my girlfriend. I had an argument like this. But so did Adrian, and he still did it. So why haven't I? Fuck, Adrian went for a run and still went to the gym? Whereas I just make excuses like, oh, one run today is all good. I don't need to go gym. If he's done it, I can do it. So I'm gonna do it. Our brains are almost wired to avoid pain and chase comfort. I remember I made a video on this probably 3 to 4 months ago. I was sharing my learnings about what I learned from the book, How to Read People Like a Book by Patrick King. And there's a part in this book where he dives deep into how all of our decisions we make in life, in relationships, in business, with whatever and anything, our decisions are either to avoid pain or to gain comfort. Every decision we make. Think about it. By you not going to the gym today, that decision was fully made for you to avoid the pain that comes with lifting weights and to gain the comfort of not going and sitting on your ass and watching Netflix and eating junk food and playing video games and maybe even fapping. When we dive deep and forget about all the excuses that you made, this is where it stems from. So now think, if you want to become that strong father figure, masculine man, would that version of you continuously and regularly and consistently make the weak decision and avoid pain and gain comfort? Or will that masculine figure version of you keep chipping away, keep going, keep pushing, keep climbing, and embracing as much pain? I didn't just get good behind speaking behind the camera, like without going through any pain. Scroll down, watch my old videos. There was so much pain I had to go through, so many mental battles of, oh, I speak too fast, I feel so awkward. This person's gonna see it from high school. This person's go, oh, my cousins are gonna see it, everyone's gonna see it. The more I did it, the less I cared. Because I embraced the pain, and it's only built up and made me who I am, my identity, my character. As guys, we need to be inviting pain into our lives. But it's funny because we've been made out to believe that pain is a bad thing and that it's negative. But what we don't realize is that we can always turn a negative into a positive. I think we learnt that in math in high school. 2 negatives equals a positive. Something like that. So negatives aren't bad. That's why when something bad happens into your life, that is actually fuel for you to catapult and reach that next level. Because I know where us guys thrive the most is through dissatisfaction, through being pissed off, envious, jealous, angry, upset. That's when we feel like we need to take most action. It's like, why do you think so many guys after a heartbreak become jacked? Specifically through that amount of energy. Now, you don't want to be the guy who has to go through a heartbreak to get that pain. You can get that pain through my videos, from me speaking with so much conviction and telling you that you're a lazy motherfucker, and the fact that you've been avoiding pain and gaining comfort today and every other day should be all the energy that you need for you to go from point A to point B. And I'm speaking to myself as well. So I know I've experienced the most growth on this channel, the more dissatisfied and pissed I've been. And I know when I've been comfy, when I've started to settle and not have that same masculine ambition, that's when I've seen a decline and just boring, steady state, 0 to none growth. What is something that you can control? Because as guys, we like to think about all the things that we can't control. Oh, we can't control if this girl messages us back. We can't control how fast we build muscle. But what can we control? We can control the energy we bring every single day. Every day. I was feeling like shit 30 minutes ago before recording this video. But I said, fuck it, I can control how I feel. I'm going to sit down, smile, and just bring the energy. And heck, that might even actually start to put me in more of a positive headspace. I quite literally turned 2 negatives into a positive just by controlling how I feel. It goes with everything in life. If you feel like your ego is getting the best of you and you just feel so toxic, you're just swearing at your mirror, you're swearing to yourself, trying to amp yourself up, pause for 1 second. Close your eyes. Take a big breath, expanding the heck out of your stomach. And exhale. Now we're back in the present moment. We didn't have to meditate like a monk for half an hour. We didn't have to go on a crazy raging red pill spree. We just had to pause for like 5 seconds and take a deep, full, masculine breath. To prove that absolutely nothing's going my way, today in this video, now my phone just wants to say to me, ran out of storage, we have to stop recording. You know what I did? Just then, I took a full breath because I was pissed off. I was in the flow state, speaking fluently, and I just had to have like a 5 minute pause from my authenticity and video because this digital device ran out of storage. You get the point. All it takes, believe it or not, is one breath to improve your decision making, to make more of the right decisions by like 100x. 100x. Because right now, if you genuinely thought about it on a macro level, why is my camera on a bad angle? What is actually stopping you right now from becoming the guy that you want to become? Other than avoiding pain and chasing comfort. Decision making. Decision making. And the funny part is, that is something we are in control of. We are in control of the decisions we make in the 24 hours that we have. I can list numerous amounts of decisions that you've personally made and that I had to say, bro, have been the wrong decisions. I know this is a very analytical way to look at your life, but I honestly think it's the only way that will serve you a purpose and that will get you on the right track and take you off of the wrong track. You're probably thinking, oh, Adrian, I never make the wrong decisions, and quite literally, I'm always right. Was skipping the gym the right decision? Was getting out of the sauna 5 minutes early the right decision? Was not giving it your absolute all and best effort in that interval run the right decision? Was not posting that video that one random Wednesday last week the right decision? Was arguing with your girlfriend the right decision? I just listed 5 things at the top of my head that you know deep down you made the wrong decision all in. When you naturally keep making the wrong decision because of simply just laziness, you are only going to continue and continue and even continue to keep on making the wrong decision. Whereas when you feel like you've earned some control in your life, you've become more aware of the fact that all of our decisions that we personally make are either to avoid pain or gain comfort. When we're aware of that, we zoom out and realize, holy fuck, the only reason why I'm not as successful as I want to be yet isn't because of him, her, that, or who, whatever, what. It's all because of me. Decision making is so crucial and powerful. And how can we get you right now to keep on making and further make right decisions? 3 things. First, you have to prioritize your sleep and ensure you're fully rested. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro, the past couple of weeks, I actually have been a little bit sleep deprived, and I've noticed whenever I'm more on the sleep deprived end than fully rested end, I will naturally make worse decisions. I'll train less harder in the gym. I'll skip recording a video. Sleep right now should be at the top of your priority list because it is going to it is I can't speak right now. It is going to enable you to outperform yourself in all of these different areas of life. You want to know what the second thing is? Meditation. And no, it doesn't have to be for as long as 30 minutes. Like I said previously, if you can just take one big breath, if you can go in the sauna and just focus on your breathing, that's like killing two birds with one stone. That's what I do. I improve my muscle recovery and I'm becoming more present and I'm meditating. And that enables me to make more of the right decisions for myself, for my relationship, for whatever. Thirdly, write out your plan. Write out specifically and autistically what you are going to do in every single hour of the day. Because at least then, you know when you don't do something. At least then you can physically see on that paper that you made the wrong decision and you can admit it. But you want to know what's funny? When I used to do this last year, I would have like a little whiteboard. I would make like a checklist. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but I'm just going to be so authentic with you. Let's say, for example, I had cold shower Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes there would be days when there wouldn't be a cold shower and I would still tick the box, thinking I would progress faster. But in reality, I was just lying to myself and coping on that degree. And I'm telling you, that serves you no purpose, no benefit whatsoever. You are going to grow a lot more when you don't lie and tick boxes, but when you leave empty boxes and you can physically see that you made the wrong choice. I probably missed out on months of progress just because I would lie to myself. I didn't have a cold shower today. Oops, but I did. Oh, I didn't meditate today, but I did. I didn't post content today, but I did. I remember there was a phase where I was doing that for like months. And it got me nowhere. Compared to just showing up and just doing it. Even if I was only in the cold shower for 1 second. Even if I only posted a 30-second content idea. Just showing up is progress. And is accountability that you followed through with your checklist that I quite literally just told you to do. And actually, that is your actionable step right now. Get a whiteboard. Get some paper. And write down your full day and the things you want to accomplish today. Don't overcomplicate it. Dumb it down. Like, completely. Cold shower. Post one bit of content. It can be anything. I don't even need to speak. Maybe it can just be a transformation of my physique progress with some text on the screen. I don't even need to speak. If I can just like slowly build myself up, I know then I'm on the right track and I'll just keep challenging myself. Just like how I did in the gym. My biceps weren't always 17 inches. Once they were 12. And 12 to 17, that's a big jump. But if I can go from 12 to 13 to 13.5 to maybe even 14, progression, just from doing the right healthy stuff, I don't need validation from anyone else. I don't need to watch Adrian's YouTube videos anymore. I know and have that confidence within myself that what I'm doing is the best, most bang for buck way to be spending and utilizing my time. I could have given up 20, 30 minutes ago, like I just said, how the video stopped recording because I ran out of fucking storage. Nothing's been going my way today. Nothing. It's been a battle. But I'm not going to stop because I know if I can show up again and again and again and again and again and again and again, I'm unstoppable, and I just naturally feel better and happier knowing I did what I said I was gonna do. Did you pause the video and take action on that actionable step I just said? Do it now, man. Pause the video. Write down your steps that you need to do. Because I'm telling you, it all starts with some paper and a pen. That's when my whole self-improvement journey started. I wrote down the areas of my life that absolutely sucked and needed work, and I did something about it. I couldn't speak for absolute shit, and now I've become so aware of my own facial mannerisms, my own vocabulary, and I've just been improving on it. My tone of voice, everything. Just the more I've forced myself and positioned myself behind the camera. I've made 3 1-hour guide videos. My last video, which I will leave up here at the end of the video, a 1-hour guide on pretty much how I beat depression and went on a dopamine detox and improved the quality of my life in the phase of like 2 weeks. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've accomplished all of my goals and look at me, I'm perfect and you need to listen to everything I say. That's not what I'm saying completely. Take in what you think you agree with what I say. And okay, sure, you're allowed to disagree with me on some stuff that I say with like full and utmost conviction. By all means, bro, disagree. But I know on the stuff that you agree with me on, that's the stuff you should be following because it helped me and I know it will help you. Quick plug, I've recently started my own school private community, which is all about self-improvement. All about calling each other out and being accountable. That's a place to be honest and vulnerable and where people will give you the hard, brutal, masculine advice that you need. You can literally make a post in there and say, I didn't record a video today. And I'll call you out on it. I didn't go to the gym today. And I'll call you out on it. If right now you need accountability and motivation and excess and utmost more education through pre-recorded courses and live calls, and even private meetups, if that's what you need, bro. First link in the description. But realize and understand that no, it's not your socio-economic status that's holding you back. Like, I know for sure it's not that that's holding you back because I'm in Melbourne, I'm 23, and I know people my age who are now in the NBA from locations here in Melbourne that are some of the most lowest socio-economic status. And when they made the league like 3 years ago, when I was 20 and I started this journey, it made me realize that holy fuck, it really was possible. And I was in a better position than them. I had access to gyms. I had access to good nutrition. I had access to education. And they didn't. They were from the fucking West or whoop whoop here in Melbourne. I don't want to mention any names, but Dyson Daniels. He was from Bendigo and now he's in the league. Anything's possible as long as we set our minds to it and take baby steps. I'm going to end this video with 3 simple words and words that you need to repetitively say to yourself because I know these words is what is going to make you feel in control and place yourself more in the right spots. Just show up. Don't be a bitch. Write out your tasks. Follow them. Complete them. And repeat. Just show up. I hope this video has motivated or educated you. I currently have my private school community group. Once you trust me enough and you want to take in more on my advice and motivation, I highly recommend clicking that. First link in the description. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. Kind of like remind you when I do upload these types of videos so you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. Now I'm going to go hit a sauna, clear my mind a bit, and then edit this video. Peace.